Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we
Thank
can
you so
see.
much. Thank you. Okay, so we can start with the host presentation. Yeah, so thank you everyone for joining and good morning, good evening to all. So today we kick off our first session for the year 2022 with our speakers Amit Chaudhary, Gilda, Nitisha and Satya Sekhar. And thanks to all our speakers for joining us and giving us the time slots from their respective schedules. Thank you once again, and thank you to all the participants for joining us. So here is a brief about the group. So the New Delhi Salesforce Developer Group has started its revival meeting in Feb 2016, and these are the social handles where you can connect with us, stay connected to the latest updates of the group, and you can tweet about the sessions, your feedback using the hashtag Impact Salesforce Saturday. So Impact Salesforce Saturday is a series of online sessions which we conduct on each Saturday, which was previously known as a virtual Salesforce Saturday, and later we rebranded it to Impact Salesforce Saturday. And you can visit our website to check about all the past sessions and the coming sessions. Talent Center is an initiative taken under by the New Delhi group. It is same as a monster.com or a naukri.com for the Salesforce ecosystem, where we try to help to the students and the job seekers to get their breakthrough in the Salesforce ecosystem. And this is an initiative taken under by the New Delhi group, Let's Implement, where we try to help students by giving them knowledge related to Salesforce and different tools, and help them getting certified, and also help them to get their job opportunities with the help of Talent Central. And Journey to Salesforce is an initiative taken under by the developer relation teams of Salesforce India, where they help to like migrate people from other technologies or other domains towards Salesforce and start their new career. And these are the top contributors for our New Delhi group, our volunteers. So we would like to thank them all for their contribution. And these are the social handles where you can connect with us, and stay tuned for the coming sessions, as well as watch out the old session. The recording are available on the YouTube. And we would like to thank our sponsor Cloud Vandana for their support throughout the journey. And thank you once again everyone for joining. And I would like to invite Amit sir. Amit sir, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and congratulations and happy new year to everyone, like who all are joining the first session. So my name is Amit Chaudhary. I'm a Salesforce MVP and the founder of the Epic Hour. So first of all, like congratulations the whole New Delhi developer group for running this program from last 2016. It's almost six year. So this is really big dedication. All the best to you guys, and all the best for all your future sessions. So my name is Amit, you know, and I'm a Salesforce MVP, founder of the Epic Hour. So people who are willing to start their career, I will be highly recommended them to go to the trailhead and start from that different category. Select the category according to your interest and learn from there. And there are lots of community groups are there across you, near to you. Try to join that, and so that you will be learn more about what's going on, what's all are the hot in the market. If I know just because of pandemic, physical events are not happening, but I'm expecting like soon it will be started. So that will be a great opportunity for everyone. Go there, visit there, so that you can make some good networking event over there, so that you can meet the recruiter, you can meet the company, or you can meet the other fellows who can help you to submit your resume and get started. And based on that, you can start your journey into the Salesforce. And Salesforce also have a very good program in India, that is journey to Salesforce journey. So join that program and get benefited from that. Apart from that, check all the local group. Most of them are right now is a virtual. So you also have a good opportunity, find your interest, like what you want to learn. you want to learn the development, then find it out which developer groups are doing the development sessions. Or if you want to start your career into the marketing cloud, I will be highly recommended to check the marketing cloud user group. There are lots of group I see they are doing the full series of program, like series of session into the marketing cloud. So it will be great opportunity for all of you to get started your career over there. And if you want to learn about service cloud, then like go ahead on Apex Hour. We recently doing the series of app service cloud 12 session, 10 session already done, and that is available, recording is available on YouTube, and two more sessions are coming. And if you want to learn about field service lightning, stay connected. We are coming back into the February first week so that you can learn about field service lightning from the step from with the step-by-step process. So we will have a 12 sessions of series, so stay connected. Soon more information will become. And with that said, like, I will be open the floor. If anybody have any specific question for me, I will love to answer. Like especially just want to know people who are like beginner or who are expert and want to go to the next level. So if you put your question into the chat window, I will love to answer that. Any question you want to ask, feel free to put into the chat window. I will love to answer it.
Hey Amit, this is Neha here. Meanwhile, we have questions from the other participants. Maybe I can quickly, have a quick chit chat with you, trying to know you more for all our attendees. So, how did you thought of starting this Apex Hours? I mean, what was the motivation behind it, and when did you actually get started?
It's a very good question. So I started Apex Hour in 2016 when I first time come into the US. So that time I come here, that time, like, to be very frank, I was working from home. I don't used to go office. And I come into the new country. I was not having any friend. I was not having any facility to drive and go somewhere. So I was feeling alone. So that time I decided, let's start a developer group in my local area so that I can do some session and can meet the people and make some good friends here. So I started a developer group that time, Farmington Salesforce developer group. And but unfortunately, for the very first session when I go, there was almost like 12-inch snow was there, and I was walking into the snow because I was not having the driving license and I'm in the car at that time. I walk almost 2 miles from my home to Starbucks because that time I did my first session in Starbucks. So similarly, I did a couple of initial session like this, and it was really painful to go in a snow walking that long. So lots of people were not able to come because that area was like that time it was the winter and lots of snow was there. So I decided, let's do some session virtually. So that time I did a couple of session on the Zoom meeting, and we did the record. We did the session and all. We did not did the any recording that time. And over the time, we did a really good sessions, and people were starting asking like, "Can we have some recording of it?" I thought it's a good idea to record the session going forward and share with them. So I recorded initially, share on the Zoom recording directly. Then people start the advices, why don't you put on YouTube so that everyone can watch it? So that what the journey of the Apex Hour starts. So that time I gave the name of the YouTube channel as Apex Hour. We started recording all the session, put it over there, and over the time, it's almost 5 years now, more than 5 years, and we have almost 300 plus session which we did. And
Absolutely.
the group was really like lots of help. So that the motive behind make friend and get some circle, and I really get a very good response from my Farmington Hill developer group and make lots of friend over there.
Perfect. I mean, amazing journey, and we all know where you are, from 2016 to now. Apex Hours, I believe every one of us watched some videos, learned from there in our careers. So, congratulations and all the best for the future.
Thank you so much.
Guys,
So I always
yeah,
say it's a family. So it's not any single one and two developer group. It's all family. So thank you so much
absolutely.
being part of it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to you. I think we have a couple of questions. I can read it for you, Amit, and we could quickly try to answer them. No, I don't think so. Guys, any questions? Hi, Amit. I have 12 years of experience in CRM and have recently started learning Salesforce Marketing Cloud and completed SFMC admin and SFMC email specialist certifications. I found SFMC interesting and want to make career in it. How is SFMC for making the career?
So to be very frank, SFMC is really a good skill to have because like the platform is a closed platform. That is why the resource outside of the market is very less. So if you are really good admin and developer into the SFMC, then definitely you can make the same amount of money which you can make as a Salesforce developer who will write the code into Apex and LWC. The market is very hot, but only thing is that what levels of knowledge you have and what is your comfort zone and how creative and interactive you are. So that is very important here, and definitely having the Salesforce admin knowledge with the SFMC, it's really great. If you cannot do the code, that's totally fine because it allow you to the click and versus code functionality. So that is really easy to follow. But yep, your expertise in that particular area is really great. And if you know the analytic with this and little bit about any marketing like know how the journey started from the marketing point of view, that will be really great. And you can make a really great career into that because the resources are still very less into this particular area because platform is not available to everyone.
Yeah, I'd completely agree to Amit. I mean, yeah, that's one of the areas which is yet to be explored by a lot of developers and a lot of job opportunities if you
And
have domain knowledge.
yeah, even like lots of people reach out to me, hey, Amit, I cannot do the coding. Then what to do? I will highly recommend it that if you cannot do that, there are lots of other like if they say like I will be go with the Salesforce admin and make my career. To be very frank, apart especially in India, opportunity if you are going in a product based company, they will be hire the admin. But if you are going in a service based company, nobody want to add hire only admin because they want like they don't know which kind of product project they will be get it. They will be hire admin plus developer who will do the both the thing. So in that particular scenario, if you cannot do the code, that's totally fine. I'm not saying if you enter make your career into the Salesforce, you need to learn code. No, there are lots of other domain certifications are there which you can learn. So definitely learn the Salesforce admin. That is very much important. With the Salesforce admin, you should have one domain knowledge specification where you are expert. Either you can go with the Sales and Service Cloud consultant, complete both the certification and become the expert into that so that you can do the consulting job. So that is a one area. Otherwise, learn the admin and do SFMC something that you are making your career in marketing, or you can learn the Pardot. You don't need to do heavy coding over there, or you can learn the CPQ. CPQ is also very much in demand. So anything like Pardot, Marketing Cloud, CPQ, make a career combination with any of this thing with the admin. You can do you can do the actually same job which a developer is doing, because having the expert knowledge in your domain is really important in industry to get started your career or doing anything expert level, or you want to go from one level to next level. That is much important. And Velocity is another platform, and there are lots of other Salesforce clouds are there with you can make the combination.
Absolutely. Thanks, Amit. There. We have a message for Amit from Jackie. Thank you so much for creating Apex Hours. I've learned so much.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and question from Sivansh. I'm from non-IT background and currently preparing for Salesforce admin certificate. Do you think that developer is a good line to pursue after admin? And if yes, then after developer, which line is better?
Okay, so you are saying like you're asking the career path. So career path is very much important. So first of all, definitely if you're entering into the Salesforce, you should start with the admin. And then if you think you can do the code, I will be highly recommended. If you don't think or you think, I will highly recommend it try once. Coding is not that difficult. It's very much easy, especially once it comes to the Salesforce do lots of things for you in the backend. You don't need to do that heavy coding like you do in Java, like making the framework, making lots of things. If you're learning the basic, that will be help you. And definitely the career path depend on you, what you're interested. So after like few years, if you think like you've done the admin, ask a question to yourself: what is your interest? What do you want to do? What most you like? You like joining calls? You like a developer work? You like to talk to CXO persons? You like to talk to Scrum Master? Or you always want to like to be on the laptops and do some activity R&D? So this type of question, once you will ask yourself, your mind will be give you answer who you are. If your mind is saying like I should always spend time on laptop, definitely that is a perfect. Your mind is saying you can be a good developer. Go with that. If you think no, I'm really good in attending the meeting, managing the stuff and all, then that is the another questions is coming in your mind, saying that you are a good consultant because you are good in communication, writing email and all this thing. Or the other thing, like you are thinking like, okay, I can do some like after once you are a developer, you are doing all these things, and definitely you think like I love to talk and I love to give the solution and I love to talk uh, uh big sorry CXO persons. So in that particular thing, your mind, that is the next move in your career can be, you can be a solution architect, Salesforce architect, and move forward. And definitely the career is very big, like it's depend where you are currently and what you want to do. So definitely start with admin, then the developer. If you cannot do that, then you can go with the consulting side of it, or you can do the solution architecture if you're a consultant. And after some year, like you think, oh, I'm not doing the coding, how I will become architect? If you are already consulting, over the time you can become a solution architect. You don't need to be technical. But if you are a developer, then go with a technical architect. But being a developer, you have both the option. You can do solution architecture and development architecture, anything. And top of it, now Salesforce is very big. You don't need to depend only on this particular stream. There are lots of other options are available, especially if you are around, like Scrum Master is one of them. Product management is one of them. And if you know the DevOps very well, like you can make your career in the Salesforce DevOps. That is very hot right now, and every company is looking for it. In that, you don't need to be do lots of coding, but the career option is vital and very much invited. You can learn like you can learn X numbers of what I say Apache's product which is available, and people companies are in demand, especially if we are working in any enterprise client. They are looking for DevOps guys. So that is another option, and being Scrum Master. So this all are your skills. Like what you can do, you can do agile courses and make your career as a Scrum Master, product manager, and product owner. So that is also another line where being a Salesforce we don't focus, but that is also part of the Salesforce project.
Sounds good. And one last question. Let's take that and then we can move ahead with our next speaker. So what does Salesforce DevOps look like as a career for you?
Yeah, very good question. So in the DevOps, so if you know like Salesforce, in that you don't need to, as a DevOps, you don't need to learn the development. You need to learn what the Salesforce metadata is all about. If you have a good knowledge of it, you know the Git, how the Git work. And if you can learn about different tool, like there are a couple of tool like Junkin, Bamboo. If you learn about that and get a simple pipeline, that will be really awesome, because 80 or like 60% company are very small. They don't go with a big product to buy it. So if you can make some pipeline and learn Salesforce DX command, it's only if you are expert in CLI stuff, then that can make your career like anything. And over the time, I will be recommended. There are too many DevOps tools are available: Copado, Flowsum, and AutoRabbit. Learn about that. That is if you see all this tool, that are admin friendly. You don't need to write a single code. Tool do everything for you. You just need to learn how to configure. So that actually uh, make your career in DevOps. Sorry.
I mean, this is probably something I would want to ask you. I've been already interested in the dev security ops part of it, DevSecOps, which is like, currently favorite of everyone. And I think that's the next step up for DevOps. What do you think about it?
So definitely see, if you're talking about DevOps have a 6 levels of maturity level. So one, definitely where you are. If people are using Chainset, people is using Ant, and then they are going to another part like unlock packaging and then security. So it's all dependent journey. So definitely it's step by step. So what you're talking about, that's the step number 6. So in that, it's like one by one. So I will highly recommend it. Go with the one step, like move, try to stay out of chain set and move into and chain set and Ant, I will say, and move into the Salesforce DX, migrate. At least go with the source-based deployment. I'm not saying like immediately jump into the scratcher. At least go in that area. Then make decompose your components and take it to the next level. Go to the unlock packaging structures so that you can instead of deployment, you make it what I say. Uh, Instead of deployment, go with installation structure. So that will be help you when you are doing a big project and moving component from one org to another org. It will be help you immediately and help you to remove the dependency injections. So that is what I will say. It's a step-by-step process.
Yeah, great answer, Amit. And just to add to what Amit said, why I mentioned DevSecOps is because generally people think you start with DevOps and then after a point of time there's no growth and you have learned whatever you could do. But then now I think DevOps, DevSecOps coming into the picture, that has become another absolutely very important part, and especially with the cloud coming into the picture, security and pipelines, everything is absolutely important. So great career. I mean, absolutely a wonderful choice if you would want to go.
And once you're going there, right, nobody is stopping you. So career pipe line is very big. Start with using chainset, then start with learning how to use Ant, then start with SFDX, go with the next level to the unlock packaging, then go with the dependency injection models. And after that, you always have an option to build versus buy. Learn about what is available in the market, and then you can also make your own pipeline to make the company benefited and save the cost. And top of it, if you think you want to go to the next level, then learn about AWS clean code. I forget the name, something called clean code or something. So that is what you can learn to make custom pipeline. Then Azure is there, and once you know the AWS and Azure DevOps, you are expert in the industry. You can do whatever you want to do, and in that particular way, you are making your career option into the vital way. Like you can do the deployment for any industry, because Salesforce is growing very fast. So you need to learn other option as well, like how the deployment happened for what I say, Heroku, how the deployment happened for Velocity. The deployment is totally different as compared to Salesforce deployment. So that will be give you more learning perspective. And definitely when you are using Heroku, you all will also learn how to deploy the Java component. So that will be make a good impact on your career.
Perfect. Thanks, Amit. Thanks for sharing this wonderful information with us. And thanks for being here today. With that, we'd move with our next speaker in line. So, hey, Gilda, are you there?
I am. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you doing, Gilda?
Well, thank you.
Oh, okay. Looking lovely today. How's the weather for you?
It's like -5 degrees right now.
Okay. And then we think, it's winter here in India. But yeah.
Boston, it's like -5 degrees, and it's supposed to get colder. It's supposed to drop to like -10, -15.
Okay. But winter has its own charm. Yeah. Okay, so Gilda, welcome here today, and thanks for joining us. We were really looking forward to hear from you today. Share your thoughts with us. What do you think where Salesforce is? How people can make their career, or any thoughts?
Well, if you don't mind, I have a couple of slides I want to run through.
Absolutely, yes. Harshit, can we make Gilda? Can we let her present?
I think
Yes.
I think my direction will be a little bit different than the first speaker. So I just want you guys to bear with me for a second. So just let me know when I could share.
Yes, Gilda, you're already a co-host, so you can share your screen.
Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can see it.
Okay, good. So today, as you guys know, I am well ingrained into the community. So rather than really focus on Salesforce, I really want to focus on everybody that is attending today's session. And it's really perseverance, success, and you. So for some of you who don't know me, my name's Guilda Hilaire, and I have been in the Salesforce ecosystem for over 15 years. I've been at Salesforce for about 2.5 years, going on 3 years. But 15 years of my entire career, believe it or not, has been ingrained in Salesforce, dating back to when Marketing Cloud was ExactTarget. I was, sending emails, building campaigns, contract work on behalf of ExactTarget. So I'm what you would call like an email nerd. I love running, I love travel, I love food. I'm a community activist. And I love email and all things email marketing operations implementation. So I just wanted to set the stage up just to give you guys a little bit more information about me. I want to talk about perseverance, stories of failure, rejection, success, difference between perseverance and resilience, things to take away from all of this. I feel like in the Salesforce ecosystem, it's so important to understand what perseverance is, because I see a lot of times, especially in the Salesforce ecosystem, as you all know, it's so big, right? So many different clouds, so many certifications, so many different roles, that is so important that we continue to invoke a sheer confidence in us in order to persevere. So I wanted to share these stories with all of you today, because I see a lot of this happening where either somebody take a certification, they failed, or they're looking for the perfect job. But when the world says give up, hope should come in and whisper, just try it one more time and never give up, right? Because a lot of us were very passionate about Salesforce. We're passionate about learning all the different tools and functionalities and features. But, I want you guys to just not give up if you guys hit a roadblock. So when you look at all of these different roles, right? I mean, my goodness, in Salesforce, you could be a developer, you could be an architect, a business analyst, their marketing careers, sales careers, you could be a consultant, right? So when you look at this ecosystem of all these different roles.
Hi, Gilda.
Yes?
Sorry to interrupt. Actually, okay. Now we are seeing the present.
Yeah, actually, we are seeing the presentation screen. Yeah, now we can see it properly. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. Oh, I didn't know you guys couldn't see it. So when you see all these different roles, Salesforce admin, developer, business analyst, marketing careers, one thing that everybody here has in common is that they're all perseverance, right? Everybody here has the ability to pursue a goal or passion over time, and they stick with that, even if they encounter any sort of obstacles or any sort of setbacks, right? And it's important because when you enter the Salesforce ecosystem, there's so much that you can learn, right? But one thing that you can't allow is for setbacks to come in and kind of eat up or eat away that goal or that passion that you have. And I'm just going to go to the slide before that, to become the admin developer, into the marketing career role. So one thing for me is you never know how strong you really are until strong is literally the only choice that you have. So what a lot of people don't know about me is I am a single mom. I'm raising an 18-year-old, and I've had many doors slammed in my face, which always caused me to question whether or not I was heading down the right path. I was in, 15 plus years in the Salesforce ecosystem. I've made mistakes in several of my roles. I've failed a certification or two. right? But one thing was for sure is, when you have a family that you have to feed, or your leader within the community, right? That is what the end goal is, right? Is continuing to be strong, to be a good role model or a reflection of what you want others to see as you, right? So failed exams didn't stop me. Not following the career path that I was like, oh, I think this is for me, didn't stop me. So with perseverance, sacrifice, and work, for me, when I look at my daughter, I'm raising the future leader of tomorrow, right? For some of you, if you have kids, if you may not have kids, but for yourself as an individual, you are the current leader of today, and you will be the leader of tomorrow. J.K. Rowling, what some people don't know is that she's the author of, the whole entire Harry Potter series, right? She wrote the first manuscript under great hardship. She was divorced, she was raising her daughter, she was living off of unemployment, and she was battling clinical depression, which I think sent her to a point where she wanted to commit suicide. But guess what? She used every single minute to write, right? And when completed her novel, she was rejected nonstop. And I'm stressing that, and I know this isn't me talking about Salesforce as a whole, but I'm stressing that because I do see a lot of your passion and your work in the community, and I don't want any roadblock to stop you guys from going to Trailhead and continuing to learn, going to Trailhead and continuing to get certified, learning all the different clouds there is within Salesforce. It's huge because it matters not what someone is born, but what they grow to be. Next, hopefully everybody knows this is Walt Disney. Walt Disney's success also didn't come easy. As a young man, he was fired from his local newspaper where he was a cartoonist. His boss and all others believed he lacked creativity, he lacked focus, he was not innovative, right? And the despondent and with nothing else to lose, he traveled to Hollywood, where he also faced several rejections from so many different people. He faced rejection when he designed Mickey Mouse. Oh, I don't know if I did that. He faced rejection when, he was started to design Mickey Mouse, but in all of that, he did still persevered. And through perseverance, guess what? You guys know the rest of the story. He didn't let any of these setbacks stop him. And he created his own journey, his own story, and the Disney characters themselves and Disney World and a lot of these Disney movies, they're blockbuster hits. Why? Because he didn't let anything get in his way. And again, if your dream is to become that developer or that Salesforce architect, or if your dream is to become a unicorn, don't let that stop you as well. All of your dreams can come true. You just have to have the courage to pursue them. And in the Salesforce ecosystem, it's extremely important. You guys have that dream or that vision, right? And you want to continue pushing yourself to learn, then that is exactly what you should do, not letting anything get in your way. So there is perseverance and resilience, and the relationship between great and resilience is decisive. Resilience denotes your ability to recover from the difficulties. You pick yourself up after you have encountered adversity, right? You pick yourself up if you failed an exam or you didn't get a course, or let's say that there's an implementation you're trying to do and you're not understanding it, right? You have to continue pushing yourself. The more resilient you are, the faster you can manage to return to the former resourceful state of mind that you're in, right? It means that you don't let yourself or let others dwell in self-pity, right? Or else attack yourself or blame yourself, right? I think it's important because when I think about me, my career in the Salesforce ecosystem, and what all of you guys are doing as leaders, sometimes we blame ourselves for not passing the exam. We blame ourselves for not getting that job. We blame ourselves for not understanding the difference between all the different Salesforce clouds. But, I just want you to know that you can't self-sabotage your growth. You can't self-sabotage, your career path. What's meant for you is for you. And within the Salesforce ecosystem, don't let any of that, stop you from that. So 5 things resilient people do: it's interest, practice, purpose, hope, and grow, right? We have to continue practicing, practicing makes you better at that thing that you want to do. So if you want to be a developer, or if you want to be an architect, or if you want to start understanding the marketing space, practice, practice, practice. By honing in on your weaknesses, that Achilles heel, setting challenges, stretching goals, incorporating feedback from others, it'll just make you that better at what you're doing. Purpose is really around your desire to contribute, right? To make the world a better place. And hope is related to the belief that efforts matter and that they can improve. And grow, as you all know, it's just growing you as an individual. For me, the last 3 with purpose, hope, and grow, it all comes to what I see a lot of you doing in the community, right? It's moving forward, it's educating, it's communicating, it's uplifting, it's supporting, and including the session here that we're in today, right? All of you are here because you have an interest in Salesforce, you have an interest in listening to me and some of these other leaders. It's an interest in learning more about Salesforce that you want to continue practicing at learning about these other clouds, or practicing so that you become that subject matter expert, whether it's becoming an architect or a developer, or becoming a sales admin, or starting to touch into the marketing space. So that to me shows that a lot of you here, you are resilient, right? You do want to persevere, and that you do want to push forward in all the things that you're doing. Last, as I wrap up, these are just going over things you do not control. You don't control peak time and events, the economy, weather. I told you guys, like negative 10 degrees here. You don't control harm and illness or the world ignorance. What you do control is yourself, how you react to others, your behavior, your personal beliefs, your plans, not the outcomes, preferences, your priorities, and your own decisions. So when you think about the things that you control, also think about the things you can influence: conviction, knowledge, persuasion, passion, and leading by example. So I'm saying all of this to you is because I love being in the Salesforce ecosystem. I love what I do. I love networking, communicating. I love supporting you guys in all of the events and the stuff that you're doing. But I want you guys, to continue staring down hard reality, find a higher meaning to, the role that you play in the Salesforce ecosystem. Use pain to heal and educate others, right? And visualize the extraordinary, right? So it's not just saying, I want to be an admin, but it's also thinking, especially within the Salesforce ecosystem, it's bigger than a bread box, right? And what that means is, think about the Salesforce ecosystem like a tree. Tree has different branches. Salesforce has different branches that you can navigate to, which is why I love Trailhead, which is why I love the Trailblazer community, is because you guys can network with so many different personas, our admins, architects, developers, data scientists, data architects, that you have an opportunity to be not just this one thing. You could be anything that you want within the Salesforce ecosystem. So with that, I'm not judged by the number of times I fail, but by the number of times I succeed. And the number of times I succeed is in direct proportion to the number of times I fail, and I keep trying. So I want to close out by saying, never stop learning, never stop networking, never stop supporting, and never stop learning, because Salesforce offers, so many different opportunities for you to learn and understand all these different amazing platforms that they have. So I know that this might not have been the talk you guys wanted. I just felt, based on stuff I've been seeing in the community, it was necessary to kick off the year with just encouraging you guys to continue doing what you're doing. Don't let, not getting a certain role or understanding a certain platform, or, not passing a certification stop you. Keep pushing yourselves. right? Because, you know, you have a story that one story of you persevering will have 5 or 10 others. So continue navigating, continue building your path, continue persevering. Don't, as this quote said, don't let the number of times that you failed, but the number of times you succeed be the defining point for you.
No, Gilda, I think that's a great session you have gave. So today, it's not correct, like you are saying, it's not aligned to today's event. It's totally aligned to today's event. So whenever we start something, we definitely need one thing, which is motivation. And I think your entire presentation is all about the motivation. So thank you so much for motivating all our trailblazer aspirants along with leaders as well, because this will give us a motivation to do something new in this new year. So thank you so much.
No, absolutely. Thank you for having me. Again, I know it wasn't like the Salesforce. I promise I'll do another one focused on Salesforce, but you know, I just felt like we're starting off a new year, and I know like the past 2 years hasn't been easy for everybody. And sometimes we just need a little bit of motivation to kind of give us that boost that we need, right? And part of me wanted to do a whole thing about Salesforce, but then something told me that this was needed today. So I hope that I was able to uplift some of you that are attending.
No, absolutely, Gilda. It was amazing to hear you today, and I think all of us learned something, got motivated, and this was an amazing things that you shared with us. So thank you so much for that. Any questions for Gilda today? Anyone? If you could post on the chat. What's your motivation, Gilda? What whenever everybody feels low, not all days are sunshine. Sometimes you feel, and then you don't. I also believe that you need to. You sometimes you have negative feelings. You cannot suppress them, but you kind of think for 5 minutes, and then you just get back there and start again. That's what I believe. You get time to think negative. Think about it, why you're thinking negative, give it 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever time you need, and then figure out how you can come out of that negativity and get started again, where you can start. So what keeps you going?
Honestly, it's the community. I'm not gonna lie, like there are times where I feel down, I don't feel motivated, especially last week. I don't want to, yeah, it's sad, but I had somebody from the community that his life came to an end, and I needed a break. Like thinking about it now makes me cry, because this was somebody I knew from our community for like 5 years. And it was like Tuesday, and I got a phone call, and it shattered me to the core. Because it was somebody from the community, and I was just with this person at Dreamforce in December. So I just didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to work. I didn't want to be online. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I just wanted to just be in my room and cry. Because the community means so much to me, that losing a community member in that fashion that I was hanging out with, I talked to, it really hurt. But for me, the community is what keeps me going, even times when I'm working and I'm like, I'm stressed at work. There are a couple of folks here who I'll message, because everybody has my phone number, and I'll message them and we'll talk. And it makes me feel better, because I know what I'm doing impacts the community, or it's helping one person out. Even if it helps one person, it makes my day. So I have to say, it's like I owe my excitement to the community, and I wouldn't change any of that for anything. Not at all. I see somebody say imposter syndrome. I think we get to a point in our career where we can't let that bother us. We are who we are. We have to stand by what we do. We have to stand by, us as our brand. Everybody here on this call, you are your own brand. You know, I love Starbucks. Everybody knows I love coffee. Starbucks is not my brand. I am my brand. My brand is what I put out in the community, right? So when it comes to imposter syndrome, I don't let that get in my way anymore. I'm passionate. I know my strengths and my weaknesses. I think if I wasn't confident, then I would let imposter syndrome. You just have to build your own confidence. You have to look yourself in the mirror and say, I am a bad ass. You know, I am right. I stand strong behind what I say, what I do, but you also have to be able to get criticism back from others. Like if somebody says, you know what, you need to change this, you need to modify that, right? Take that criticism. Like me, I welcome feedback from people. You know, I could be very strong-willed, but I welcome it back. And that's okay. We have to accept criticism from everybody, right? But you know, the community keeps, like I said, community and just being very confident in who I am and in my own brand. So just keep that in mind, like the Starbucks of the world and all the food play, you know, the Gaps of the world, that's not our brand. You are your brand. Whatever you put out in the ecosystem is a reflection of you and your brand, right? But that's why I love when somebody says, you know, I didn't pass this exam, I didn't get this job. Great, share your story. That's your brand. Your brand is showing perseverance. Your brand is showing that you're resilience, right? So that will help you with imposter syndrome. Start sharing your story. Start feeling comfortable with who you are as an individual.
Perfect. Thank you. I think we all are speechless, and this was much needed, Gila. Thank you so much for sharing amazing thoughts and having this session with us today. Thank you so much for joining us.
No, absolutely. Thank you for having me. And listen, I say I'm the fairy swag mother now, and I'm the Olivia Pope of the marketing cloud, but I'm always I'm always on social media watching. I might ping some people and say, hey, what's your address? Don't get scared if I do that. What's your email? Don't get scared. This is just me watching, observing. I barely sleep. So I just love the community. Keep up the good work. I'm watching, I'm listening, you know, message me. I may not get to everybody, but people know how to get to me. So thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Gila. Thank you. It was really amazing to have you here. Thanks. Okay, so up next, Harshit, I leave the next session to you. Please, could you introduce what's in the box for everyone today?
Sure. Thank you so much, Neha. So, yeah, just a surprise for all our speakers as well as the attendees. So, we have a message from Mallory Ranahan. She's a senior manager at Salesforce. So, yeah, allow me a minute. I could play the message as she was not able to join the session due to some commitments. So, yeah.
Harshit, we are not able
Harshit,
to.
there's no audio.
Is it audible to you guys?
No, it's not.
Oops, okay. Let me figure that out.
Maybe if you are using hands-free, probably if you remove that and put it from the computer speaker, that might be helpful.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, mute yourself as well when you're playing the video. That helps.
Sure, allow me a minute. Yeah.
Hello and good evening, everyone. My name is Mallory Ranahan, and I'm a Senior Community Manager on the Trailblazer community team here at Salesforce. I'd like to welcome you to today's Impact Salesforce Saturday event, and thank you for spending your Saturday committed to learning and networking with each other. I so wish we could all be together in person, but for now, I'm here in San Francisco, and I'm sending you my best wishes for a wonderful event ahead. I'd like to also share my gratitude to Shashant and Harshit for sharing this opportunity with me to present a welcome message to you all. And also thank you to all the event organizers for putting this tremendous event together. The Trailblazer community is really the heart of Salesforce, and it's events like this that make our community so special. If you're new to the Salesforce ecosystem, you have definitely come to the right place. The New Delhi Developer Group is one of our most active community groups, and it's amazing to see how you all come together to help each other learn and grow on the Salesforce platform. I know you have some really great speakers and great content in store for you today, so I hope you'll enjoy today's event and walk away feeling inspired. So with that, have fun, keep blazing trails, and I'll talk to you all soon. Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you. So this was a message from Mallory, and we wish to host her in one of our future sessions soon. And now to go ahead with the session, I would like to invite Satya sir to share. Satya sir, can you please go ahead? Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Harshit. Let me quickly share my screen.
Sure.
Please let me know if you can
Let
see my
me-
screen. Okay, cool. So this slide looks probably a little familiar for the people who would have joined my earlier session, which I have delivered for the kernel group. In fact, the title is same, but the slides are different. So I'm going to talk about a little bit about the Salesforce initiatives for admins and developers. And we have a surprise. It's not surprise, in fact. We have our mother of journey to Salesforce, I would say, Nitisha. I'd like to welcome Nitisha. And I want her to introduce herself. And sorry for that. This slide is still says Satya Sekhar. It's not Satya Sekhar. It's Nitisha. Let me quickly change that.
No, that's fine. That's fine, Satya. I think there
Yeah.
can't be Satya Sekhars in the same meeting and in the same room. So everyone knows
That too.
Hey
Correct.
Nitisha. Hi Nitisha. Hi Satya. Welcome to the session today.
Thank
And
you very much.
yes, welcome to this session. This is how the session has to be, with a little bit of humor. And yeah, cool. So I have Nitisha with me. And before Nitisha introduces herself, let me introduce myself. Many of you people who might not know me, I'm Satya Sekhar. I work as a senior developer advocate with the Salesforce. And as part of my job, I motivate developers to build the applications on the Salesforce platform. And that much introduction is sufficient, I believe. And I want our special guest, Nitisha, to talk more about herself and what does she do.
Hello, everyone. It is really good to be here, and I'm so excited to see all of you. And I am even surprised to see that I know many of you, and I'm seriously glad. And then I know most of you for a long time, and that's the icing on the cake. So let me introduce myself. I'm Nitisha Jukareddy, and people fondly call me Mother of Journey to Salesforce, because I was taking care of Journey to Salesforce since about 3 years, since when it was taken, since its birth in 2018. And most of you, like Neha, Shant, I see Rupesh, all of you were a part of this journey since a long time. And before we start off, I would like to thank all of you individually, because without you all, Journey to Salesforce, wouldn't have that. It's not as beautiful as it is right now, right? So without the community, what is Journey to Salesforce? The backbone of Journey to Salesforce is the community, and especially the Delhi community has helped us a lot in many of the events, and also Journey to Salesforce learning path, the Trailblazer walkthrough videos, and all of these. So thank you all for everything that you have done, and also for inviting me tonight.
Great.
Welcome, Nitisha.
As Nitisha has rightly said, we have a great affinity to the Delhi community. And whenever we don't find a speaker in the right time, I think Nitisha reaches out to Delhi community. And thanks for all whatever you do. With that, let me get into the next slide, where I want to thank everyone, especially the Hash Impact Salesforce Saturday's team, the impact that you are creating, you've been creating so far, and the impact that you are creating now, and what you'll be creating in future also. It helps a lot to the developers out there. You, I don't know how you identify, but you get the rich content possible, the best speakers ever possible in the Impact Salesforce Saturdays, and then I know many people learn from there. And again, as Gilda was rightly saying, like, we are so close. We are like a complete, like, a single family, the total community. So the way we help is as if we help our brothers and sisters, the same way we help each and every member in the community, right? And also the people around who wants to learn the Salesforce platform. With that, I want to thank everyone. Each and every person who is in the community and who is making the Salesforce platform so great as it is today. And with that, this slide is the slide which is favorite for, I don't know whether it's favorite or not, but
this time I think we have to make them read this. No way around it.
Yeah. Correct. And in fact, I never tried to read it fully. Sorry, I have read it because I have to. But yeah, I never saw anyone reading it, at least in the presentation. And I know it's not practically possible to read it in, say, 10 seconds, 20 seconds. Most of the times we put it for 10 or 20 seconds. But let me help you. What this slide says is probably we might be speaking about a few of the things which may not be generally available in the platform today. So if at all you're making any purchase decisions, please base your decisions only on what are currently available on the platform, right? With that, this is a short list of the resources that you have as a developer to get started, to learn, or if you are an advanced developer or an intermediate developer. So what are the places from where you can get started, or the places from where you can get as much content as you want to get your requirements fulfilled. This is a short list. It can be as long as possible, but again, at the same time, I know we are in short of time as well, so I'm not going to go through all of these things. But considering the people asking questions, I was seeing a lot of questions put to Amit, and I know Amit would have got that 2016 times the same question, saying like, no, what motivated you to start Apex Horse? I know it started 2016, and whenever I attend any kind of session along with Amit, he gets that question. And I know it helps many developers. Most probably, like even in today's session, I can see a lot of beginners. And I think this session is going to be helpful for the beginners. And thanks to Amit, thanks to Gilda for putting together things in two different perspectives. And I also like the Gilda's presentation on how we can control our inner self and what are the things we don't have control on. So everything is useful for all the guys who are going to attend all the sessions in the future and also work on the Salesforce platform. So as you go forward, probably in the Impact Salesforce artists, you might be learning a lot of technical content, but you'll get a very little chance of learning these kind of things. So one platform is Trailhead. It doesn't require any introduction. I'm not going to talk about the developer, admin, and architect websites in much detail, but definitely I'm going to walk you through the developer website. And Journey to Salesforce, I know who is going to talk. And Salesforce developers is the common name, whether you go to YouTube or Facebook or Twitter. This is where you can find some information on what's happening on the platform or in the world of Salesforce. So I'll also not be talking much about that. And then Salesforce Developers APAC is one channel where you can get the latest updates. So I'll talk very little about it. So with that, let me quickly show you the developer website, and then probably Journey to Salesforce is the best thing to start with. I know because it's going to help many developers who are in some other ecosystem and wants to migrate to the Salesforce platform. I saw one of the question which was posted to me saying like, how much of Java should I know before starting to learn Apex? How much of JavaScript should I know before starting Lightning Web Components? Okay, I would say you need not know any Java before starting Apex, but it will be helpful if you know some object-oriented programming. And JavaScript is definitely helpful if you are going to learn Lightning Web Components or work on the Lightning Web Components platform. But how do you learn all of these things? I think generative Salesforce is the answer. So Nitisha, I have one slide for you, but I want you to talk more about generative Salesforce. And probably I'll also ask some questions because you are the only person who can answer some of the questions I know.
Definitely. I'm all up for it. And yes, as Satya said, I have noticed some of the questions in the chat as well. And looks like there are people here who are coming from a different background and who are interested in learning Salesforce and who are interested in even development. So to introduce you all to Journey to Salesforce, this program is for non-Salesforce professionals. You can be from any background, but you should be someone who is not a student, who is going to college right now and getting a formal education. And it's also not for those who are already working in the Salesforce ecosystem as a developer. So I've seen an admin who wanted to be a developer. So it's okay for an admin to become a developer through this journey, even though you are in the Salesforce ecosystem. But this journey is for those people who have some kind of experience more than a year in any field, but who is willing to learn Salesforce, right? So I know all of you are, whoever is interested, are wondering like where to go and register. Simple, there's a website called Journey to Salesforce Ecosystem Program. And this program, fortunately, is only for Indians right now. It's probably going to get global sometime, but I have no idea and I can't promise yet. But this is in India. So you can go to our website. I'm going to put that in the chat box so everyone can see. So register yourself. And if you're wondering if it's a paid program and, why does Salesforce even do this? Because you spend a lot of money on giving away stuff and all that beautiful goodies you all get through Journey to Salesforce. Why does Salesforce do it, right? So as you all know, by 2024, we have an enormous demand for people in the Salesforce ecosystem. So by doing this, we get more people into the Salesforce ecosystem.
Hey, Nitisha.
Nitisha, your
Hey,
voice
Nitisha.
is dipping a bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it better now?
Yes.
Yeah, much better.
Okay, maybe my mic from the computer is not so efficient. But anyway, so the what I'm trying to say is like there are a lot of jobs in the Salesforce ecosystem that we are anticipating by 2024, and bringing you all into the ecosystem is going to help us. And you all are going to, create enormous value to the Salesforce ecosystem. So what I'm trying to get here is this journey is free. It's online. You can learn it at any time at your own convenience. So, and if you, so basically, if you are from a non-Salesforce background, if you are willing to learn Salesforce development, just go to our website, get yourself registered, see what's in there. And most importantly, there are no deadlines, and the beautiful community that you are seeing right now is the backbone of Journey to Salesforce. They all help you. They are willing to help you. They handhold you. And so I would, that's why I was like thankful to this wonderful community, because they are here for us to help us through this journey. So why stop, right? Just go ahead and register in the journey, start your journey. And if you fail, as Gilda rightly said, push yourself. Most of the success stories in Journey to Salesforce, everybody says that they're not really good at Salesforce, but they're not really great at Salesforce to land a job in the Salesforce ecosystem. One thing that they have done right is push themselves, learn from their mistakes, learn from their failures, and actually landed a job. So what I'm trying to say is, do not give up. Just push yourself and complete all the 32 badges and 2 super badges in the journey. Get to the end, and you also have a chance to win a Platform Developer 1 certification voucher, which is $200 worth outside, but you get it absolutely free through this program. So why not use it, right? So just register, learn, meet with the community, get help from the community, and also get a chance to win a Platform Developer 1 certification voucher. In the end, icing on the cake is we also connect you to employers so that whatever investment of time you have made in this journey, you get connected to employers who know that you do not have any Salesforce experience in the past, who are willing to hire people like you who do not have Salesforce experience in the past. So that's all I have to say. That's really what I have to say. And most importantly, what I wanted to say is mirror the words of Gilda and say, push yourself, reach the goal, never give up.
Great, great. One question I keep getting, Nitisha, when I talk about journey to Salesforce in most of the events is what are there any prerequisites to get into this journey?
Great question. There is one prerequisite, that is an open mind to learn technology, a new technology. All we need is your openness to learn technology. You absolutely don't need any other prerequisites because we start from the fundamentals. There are only 4 trail mixes. And in these 4 trail mixes, you learn from fundamentals of Salesforce, you learn customization, you learn automation. And in the end, in the 4th trail mix, you also have a chance to learn Apex and Lightning Web Components, which is like a awesome skill these days to have.
Great, great. And regarding the content, I know I've been working on Trailhead, so I also met many of old school.
Happy Sankranti, everybody. And the reason I'm not wearing a Salesforce t-shirt is because today is a festival. And normally I wear a Journey to Salesforce ecosystem t-shirt. And the reason I bring that up is as a part of the journey, you also have a chance to win awesome goodies that you cannot buy anywhere else apart from earning it from Journey to Salesforce. So start your journey, get a free t-shirt, get a free zipper, get a free PD1 voucher, and also get connected.
So you say that
I'm enrolling now.
Yeah. So what you're saying, Nitisha, is they need not pay the fees. They can learn from the experts, from the community, and they are going to get a return gift.
And the gifts are free.
Yeah, that's what.
The program is free.
Yeah,
everything is free.
The gifts are free. I said it. Correct. So they need not pay anything. They're also going to get the gift. So you're being paid for learning the platform. Definitely. What's the? So I have a question. So what's benefit you're getting? Someone is learning the platform and giving it for free, and you're also giving them away this fact. So what's the benefit?
That's a great question, Satya, and that is probably where I broke off. I was trying to explain people why it's useful to Salesforce. But as I said previously, Journey to Salesforce ecosystem is growing. It is growing enormously. And by 2024, we have a lots of jobs coming into the ecosystem. And someone needs to work in those jobs, right? And why do you have those jobs? So the more products people the more people use Salesforce, the more we have to service them, the more developers we need, right? So ultimately, all of you who are becoming a Salesforce developer are helping the ecosystem grow. And who is it benefiting? It's benefiting everybody. The employers who are looking for people to work, employers who are looking for skill, and aspirants like you, like people who are wanting to learn Salesforce, are being employed through this program. And Salesforce is definitely benefiting, because if the Salesforce ecosystem grows, the Salesforce economy also grows. So it's a win-win-win situation for everybody.
Awesome. So
which is why
one last question, how is it organized? How can we get started? Once we register, what's going to happen next?
So once you register, you will have a trail mix. Trail mix is something like an index book, page of a book. So you start learning from the trail mix, and the trail mix walks you through each step of Journey to Salesforce. So once you register, you don't have to worry. You have a guided path along. And all you have to do is just follow the path and focus on completing the journey. I'm definitely sure you might need help. Everybody needs help. I need help. Satya needs help. Everybody needs help. So don't feel shy to ask questions. And who do you ask questions? You don't ask us. You ask this beautiful community over here for help. And these beautiful people here are people who are willing to help you all, who are willing to share knowledge. So they will walk you every step of the way.
Correct. Correct. Yep. As Nitisha was rightly saying, so even me, like if I'm stuck somewhere, I probably look forward to the help from the community itself, right? So I might go to Salesforce Stack Exchange, I might go to Salesforce forums, and then I find the answer. Similarly, I also try to help other people whenever I get some questions from there as well. So that was great. In fact, I have tons of questions, Nitisha. I was also thinking of asking how it all got started. I remember I was in the very first meeting of Journey to Salesforce in a small conference room. 4 of us or 5 of us were sitting there talking about the current way of Salesforce training that's happening in and around the city, where people are charging a lot of money in places like Amirpet in Hyderabad. Many people, I don't know if they know that place or not, how these people are being exploited on for learning something like Salesforce, and what's the best way of and how we can help the Salesforce developers. I still remember that meeting. So yeah, I have tons of questions again. Yeah, Nitisha.
Yeah, I would like to shout out for some of the community members here. I have seen Rupesh from the very first event that we had for Journey to Salesforce. I've seen Neha participating in many events for Journey to Salesforce. Sushant doing a lot of workshops. There's Khyati recently has been in one of the events, and there are so many people here, especially in Delhi group, who have helped Journey to Salesforce every step of the way. And when they're helping Journey to Salesforce, they're helping aspirants new from a different technology who are willing to learn Salesforce. So I would want this applause for all of them. And thank you very much, all of you, for being a part of Journey to Salesforce.
Yes, and it's so successful today that is because of you. So whenever we do some event in Journey to Salesforce, we do a feedback call, and you people share the feedback, and we take the feedback and we keep improving the program. And thanks for all that you do there.
Nitisha,
can we get
I'm sorry if I've missed anybody. I can't run through the whole list of people.
It will take a day, Nitisha.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah.
You have been a part of the process. Thanks everyone.
And Nitisha, I do have a question for you. I know Satya did ask a lot of questions, but and he, kindly briefly shared with us that what was the reason, why you put up this idea in front of the team. But how did you? I mean, what made you think in this direction? What was your when did you get this first thought that something like this needs to be introduced? Which I would say, I mean, before you answer the question, I would like to congratulate once again. There are a lot of us who wanted to do something for the community, who wanted to help out, have seen people getting exploited while they're trying to enroll in the courses outside and getting, lured by the so-called training agencies out there, whereas a lot of content was already available at different Salesforce platforms. So thanks for introducing this. We didn't know how to help them, wanted to, and you kind of bring us all together through Journey to Salesforce, and you not only help the mentees, I would say, to learn, but also we as mentors, you gave us platform to share our knowledge. So amazing, applaud to the program. It is a wonderful program, one of the finest that we have seen. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. But one thing I wanted to correct here is the idea of Journey to Salesforce is honestly not mine. I've only nurtured it. I've brought it to life. But the idea was both Kiran's and Shashank's, and But then let's go a step behind. Why did the idea arise? Is because we wanted to solve a problem. The problem that partners or employers today in the Salesforce ecosystem are facing. There are so many employers who are looking for great talent. And there was a little, I mean, the number of people in the ecosystem whom they wanted to hire were low. So we wanted to bring those numbers higher so that partners can hire them and also, put them on the project so they can deliver. You know what I mean? So that is where the thought came from. But again, bringing the community together, bringing community and aspirants together was something that we have learned and refined over a period of time after we have started Journey to Salesforce. It wasn't a beautiful journey in the first attempt. We had to learn a lot. We had physical events, no COVID those days, and it was easier for us to connect. And all of a sudden COVID happened and we had to change everything to online. And fortunately, things have worked even better online. Even though I want to meet all of you in person, things have worked wonderfully well online because we are able to meet at the convenience of our own homes like we are doing today. And that's convenient, and the attendance rates have increased, the connection rates have increased, so which worked wonderfully well. But again, as I said, feedback sessions Satya was talking about, those helped us improve the journey every step of the way. And that feedback was given to us by the community members. So again, I would give it up to you all for helping us improve the program as well.
Perfect. Perfect.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Nitin.
So I have the host of Journey to Salesforce, and I also have the guests of Journey to Salesforce. So I'm just an audience, and I'm enjoying it. Thank you so much, all of you, who is making it so much successful. And I can see also the comments in the chat window. People are joining. Some people are joining today, or some people are already there. Some people missed it. No worries. And there's also an ask on sharing the Telegram channel. So if you can search for Salesforce Developers Asia Pacific. So that is the channel from where you can get the latest updates. And of course, Journey to Salesforce has its own Telegram channel where you can keep posting your questions as well. So with that, in the interest of time, let me,
with that, Satya, if you all don't mind, thank you very much. I'd like to take a leave now. Thank you very much for inviting me today. And happy Sankranti, everyone. Enjoy your day, the rest of the day.
Thank you so much,
Nitisha.
for
Happy
joining.
Sankranti.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, so I don't want to take too much of time. And so this is the Telegram channel where we give the in-shots, trivia Tuesdays, a lot of ways that you can learn the Salesforce platform, keep yourself updated. And so as I said, this is the channel name. You can search for Salesforce Developers Asia Pacific, and you can join. If you are unable to find the channel, you can just send a DM to me at Satya SFDC, where I can share any information that you want from me. And actually, I also wanted to walk you through the developer website. Again, as I said, in the interest of time, I'll very quickly do that anyways. So you can, so I can at least show the resources that you can go and access to get the latest updates. And this is the website, which you probably might know already. So there was an old website, which we have restructured, refreshed last year, August, to make the things simple so that you need not go to different places to get all the information, okay? So you can get all the information from the single site where you can discover. So where we have created something called as developer centers. Maybe you want to learn something about the Salesforce platform, you can just get it to the platform and find all the resources there. Okay, so if I get to the platform, you can find the resource about Lightning Web Components, Apex, and all. And we also have build, where you can find the documentation and APIs on any kind of developer tools that you want. And the last one I want to talk about is Connect. Here you can find the blogs. We keep posting a blog at least once in a week. This will be posted directly from the product managers or the developer advocates or the subject matter experts. And you also have the podcast. And in this site, you can see some external links like YouTube videos, where you can go to Salesforce developers channel and explore the videos out there. Again, if you want to specifically refer to an API, we have put it in the API section here, where you can get into any of the API of your choice. You can search for the APIs, get into the API and see which particular methods or calls that you want to use in your applications. And if you're missing any of the documentation from the older site, you can find all of that in the documentation section, where you can search for the different documentation. Maybe you can want to search for Apex. So you can find all the Apex developer guide, reference guide, all of that documentation here in the site. So what I want to say here is, in fact, I will let you explore the site yourself because it's intuitive. So what I want to say here is, it is going to be a single point or a single source of truth from where you can reference various Salesforce documents, trainings, and tutorials, and also the videos. So whatever you want, you can get into the developer website. And we are improving this site every day. So we'll be looking forward to your feedback. And definitely your feedback is valuable. And we are going to incorporate anything that you ask or whatever ask you have about the Salesforce developer documentation. With that, I'd like to say thank you. And if you have any Q&A, I think most of the question and answers related to journey to Salesforce and all are already answered. So if you have any questions, you can also ask me here, or you can DM me on my Twitter handle. And with that, thank you, the whole team, Salesforce Developers Daily User Group team, for having us here. And we really enjoyed the session.
Thank you, Satya. Thank you for joining in. And it was, it's always good to have you here. I mean, we really appreciate that you join our session and motivate all of us. So thank you so much for being there for the group. Thank you. Guys, anyone has any questions for Satya, please post in, and let's give it 2 minutes if anyone has questions.
Yeah, I want to dedicate the time to Nitisha today because I know she is rarely in these kind of events, and then we have a lot of questions in Journey to Salesforce, and I believe we have answered all of those questions. So I try to run through because I have that in my agenda, but you have any questions, I'm there for you. You can just post it sometime later also, no worries.
So here we have the question. What is the best way to get volunteer work, to get experience for a job? Because I have seen many companies hiring people with 2 to 4 years of experience, but not freshers. So to gain experience, what approach should be taken by freshers, and where to find volunteer work or projects?
Yeah, it's a pretty good question. So if you have 2 to 4 years experience, you have 2 to 4 years experience. But again, how do I get started? Even if someone is taking freshers, how do I get selected from that fresher group? Or maybe if I work for 6 months somewhere, how I'm going to get started? So you're asking for some projects or some kind of volunteer work, then I would say you'll have to you can go to sample gallery. Let me quickly show it here. I don't think I'm sharing my screen. Let me quickly share my screen once. So you can go here and search for sample gallery or Salesforce sample gallery. And this is the first link. If you get into the sample gallery trailhead, so this is a collection of projects. Okay. So if you're learning something like LWC, we have LWC recipes for you, where you have like short examples, less than 30 lines code of examples. Okay. Similarly, we have Apex recipes. But if you want to see an end-to-end project implementation, maybe you want to see how a storefront is implemented using Salesforce platform, then you can go and check this e-bikes project. Maybe you want to get with a hero kind of integration, learn more about integration on how different things can be integrated with the Salesforce platform. Then you can go and see this e-cars. So for every project, you can see a brief description and what it has, and also the features that are being used in implementing the project. So we keep adding some projects as well. If you're say like getting started with marketing, you want to see how to use AMP emails and all, you can get into this project. Similarly, we have some other projects. You can go check this. So sample gallery is the place. I'll just put it in the chat window. So you can go ahead and then check it yourself. And if you have any questions, you can ask us. Yeah, I think it's pretty much, we are a bit over time, but I believe it was helpful for many of people here.
Just before we close, one thing, Sivansh, because you asked this question, I was absolutely going to announce this today at the end, and I take your question as an opportunity to do that. So on LinkedIn and Twitter, you're going to see soon see a link to a Google form on my page, a LinkedIn profile, and also on Stack Nexus, the organization where I'm director of Salesforce implementation. We are announcing, a program where we'd be giving internship to the people who are interested into, getting into Salesforce. So we're going to run this, I would say, a program. Fill in the Google form, and we're going to shortlist a few people, mostly on the basis of first come first serve, and then. Absolutely. You have many other company. I know one more that we got sponsorship from. So Shanti, remember Grey Opus Technologies? They announced a very similar thing on their LinkedIn page a few days back for, introducing people to MuleSoft, which again is a niche technology. So there are a lot of companies out there who kind of offer it. Internship programs. Look out for those. Look for the Salesforce pages, companies that are into Salesforce, if you're specifically interested in Salesforce, and apply for the internship programs whenever you find any. And again, every session that I attend, not just here, everywhere, look out for help. Always ask for help. That's absolutely important. People in community. We know people from the Salesforce Dev Relation team. Just reach out to them. If you need a job, if you need an internship, if you need guidance, never hesitate. Ping them on Twitter, ping them on LinkedIn, and everybody would be more than happy to help you. It's an ecosystem. What's the best thing about Salesforce? We're not just playing individually. It's a team. It's an ecosystem. That's what I always call what Salesforce is. And please reach out, and everybody would be more than happy to help you with the options if they have any. So yeah. With that, guys, I think somebody, Harshit, did post in my LinkedIn. You could reach out there. And any which ways, I'm going to surely post this over the weekend itself, the internship program that I talked about. Any question, anyone? And if not, happy Makar Sankranti to every one of you, all the participants. Thank you so much for joining in today. Yeah, Shashank, I was going to check. Yeah,
yes, Neha. Yes,
yeah,
correct. You are right. So Impact Salesforce Saturday never completes without a Kahoot quiz. So we have a quiz. Okay. So the winner will get
one quick thing.
Yeah. So
before we go ahead, I think Rupesh sir was online today. I saw him here. Rupesh sir, are you still there? Unfortunately not, I think. Yeah. Would have loved to hear from him something, but
exactly.
okay.
Actually, I was checking for him as well, but maybe I think he dropped.
We were late. Our bad. Yeah, go ahead, Sushant. Let's start with Kahoot in that case.
Yeah, sure. So guys, we have a small Kahoot quiz. So Praveen will share his screen, and so the winner will get a Salesforce certification voucher at the end of this month. So yeah, Praveen, over to you.
Yeah, Shashank.
All right, guys. So this is the game pin. So what you have to do, you have to just go to www.kahoot.it, and then you have to enter the pin, or you can scan the barcode as well. So guys, one more thing I want to let you know regarding this giveaway of swags to the winners. So as per the new policies from Trailblazer community, uh, uh, Trailblazer community winner can only win 3 vouchers per 6 months. So I would encourage everybody. So if you because right now this is just a start of the month, so I think all are eligible. But in future, if you are participating in any quiz and you already fulfilled your quota for the 6 months, so I would encourage everyone to just update the group leaders, so that we can provide the voucher to the other needful, or at a point of time if you don't need that voucher and if you are ready to give away, so you can just let us know, so that we can pass it on to the needful person, because this is what our Trailblazer community is all about, to support and to provide help to person who is in a need. Okay, thanks everyone. All right, so I guess we have around 28 participants, and a few of them are speakers, and we the organizers, and 22 already joined. So we will just wait for 30 seconds more, and then we will start this quiz. So this quiz contains of like 10 questions, and the first winner who is on the top of the podium will get the Salesforce certification voucher. And I think all you guys are already aware about the new policies. So previously, group leaders will provide a certification voucher, but now we have to give the winner list to the Trailblazer community, and the team itself sends some voucher codes to the winners. So for that, they will take around 2 to 3 weeks. So probably maybe you will get your vouchers in next month, starting first week of next month. Or if you have any questions regarding that, you can reach out to us. Thank you, and we can start. Praveen, go ahead. All right, so this is the first question, true or false. To land our dream job in Salesforce ecosystem, we should be a trailhead ranger. Is that true or false? False. Yeah, so there is no prerequisite to join Salesforce ecosystem. Anyone can join this great ecosystem anytime. No age foundations as well. So the second question, which component is available to deploy using metadata API? Praveen, do we need to choose 2 options?
Yeah, 2 options, Sushant.
Okay, great. Okay, so most of them answer correctly. 18. Okay, 16 also incorrect. No worries. We have more questions. Let's see who is on the podium. So Ars and Shankar are leading the quiz. Is on top. Good luck, guys. We have more questions to come. True, false. Records can be deleted with flow. Can we delete records with the flow? Yeah, we can delete the records in flow. Let's see who's the winner. Okay, so Shankar is maintaining the lead. Anupam on second, Nitesh on third. Great play. Keep going, guys. We have more questions, 6 more questions. Okay. No change on top place. Let's go for the next one. Okay, now Anupam leading the podium, so he's on top of the podium right now. Very well played, Anupam. No need to worry, Shankar, we have more questions to come. Full form of EPT. Experienced page time. Okay. 7 people answer correctly. Let's see. Still no change on first and second place. Developer is responsible for what? Defining the roadmap, implementing the design correctly, define the business outcome, or doing end-to-end risk assessments. So the answer is implementing the design correctly. Awesome. Tough fight in between Anupam and Shankar. Great. How many free licenses are available through Salesforce.org? 5, 10, 8, 12. Frankly speaking, I don't know this answer. So the right answer is 10. Okay, great. Komal jumped on second. Anupam still on first. Second last question. Yep, this is the second last question. What is the birth year of our Salesforce.org? Okay, 14. Only 4 people answer correctly. Okay. This is a final question. But like guys, what are the career options in Salesforce? Admin, developer, consultant, or all of the above? I think Gilda already explained. Yep, 17 people answer correctly. And now let's see who is the winner of this quiz today. So on third position, we have Karan. On second, we have Shankar. And on first, we have Anupam. Congratulations, Anupam, for winning a Salesforce certification voucher. And tough day for Shankar, but Shankar very well played. Very well played. And hope we will see you in our future sessions, and you will probably get a chance to win the certification voucher and future. Thank you so much. Anupam, meanwhile, you can share your full name and your email ID, which is linked to web assessor, because again, it is one of the mandatory requirement. So if you are winning any certification voucher in any of the event, you have to share the email ID, which is already linked to a web assessor account. And if you don't have any web assessor account at that time, just let leaders know you don't have, and you can create your web assessor account, and then you can share it with the leaders so that they can, so the community can offer you certification voucher. All right. So we have Anupam's detail. Thank you so much, guys. And yeah, today, again, it's what an awesome day for all of us. We have a very awesome personalities from Salesforce community today, and they all shared up or delivered a very great content to us. And again, guys, I will recommend, if you are new to the Salesforce community, please go and visit Journey to Salesforce page, and because this is one of the best initiatives taken by our Indian developer relation team. And also hope we will see all of you in future sessions as well. Thanks everyone. Thank you so much for joining, and thanks all our speakers for joining today and share your knowledge with all of us. Thank you so much, guys.